Hi guys. So I just wanted to do a quick video with you before I upload any footage that I've took over the last couple of weeks, and just to give you a bit of an insight of what life's been like for the last couple of weeks as well. So in the last couple of weeks I've covered nearly 4,000 miles from the UK around Ukraine. In that time, we've managed to deliver 4 pallets of medical aid, 35 radios to 2 battalions in Donbass, in Kharkiv, also some equipment to the EOD unit. We've also removed, as a team, over 100 mines over a 2-day period, which involved anti-tank mines, TM62, PMN2 anti-personnel mines, and also the POM3s that you've seen us shooting from a distance. Obviously there's reasons for that if you would have read the previous community post. The POM3, you can't go near it. It's got a very lethal radius of 16 metres. So basically what happens is it has like a seismic sensor. I'm quite a big lad, to be honest, I'm 6'1". Yeah, so it's extra deadly for me anyway. But if you go near it, it shoots up like a projectile, it does like an explosion and then shoots shrapnel everywhere, basically, razor sharp, and it's very deadly. It's very feared in Ukraine and causes a lot of injuries in the conflict. So yeah, we've been removing them. We've also got some more good news as well. We delivered, thanks to donations from Twitter and yourselves, you guys, we managed to secure 5 radio sets, 3 sets of plates. I'm still a couple, 4 sets of plates short, and 5 helmets. It's cost a good few £1,000 anyway, but we did have 3 radio units donated to us. So yeah, by John Carey, he's a good friend and a donor, and thank you, John, for that donation. I also received an award from UDAR, for my services to UDAR, from my commander, Sergei Ratchuk. Yeah, and that's just for my work for UDAR and everything that I do, and I credit that to you guys, because without you guys I won't receive these things. So I've had a few of these now, I must admit, but this is the only one that I've ever had from UDAR, and many of you know that I commit everything to UDAR and the resistance movement in Ukraine. So it means a lot to me, this award, and it's a sign of gratitude from UDAR. And yeah, I've received a couple of awards, but this one means a lot to me because of how much time and effort and stuff I do put into my job. I don't just remove landmines. I try and find money for equipment. I drive around thousands of miles. Try and maintain vehicles, try and be a dad, try and maintain a healthy relationship with my partner, and try and work, and and try and stay healthy. My health's been a real problem for the last 12 months. It's been really up and down, but I've still managed to get things done. And logistically, I've always been really good in the war. It's a good thing actually, but it's also a bad thing, because I operate like and I multitask, and I operate on just a couple of hours sleep every night, and it is difficult, and it's difficult to maintain the YouTube as well, I must admit. So I just want to explain why sometimes I don't always put a lot of content on, because I am a one-man band and I'm really busy, and if I'm honest, my job's probably a lot harder than most of the soldiers out in Ukraine, if I'm honest. But yeah, so yeah, thank you. And yeah, so I am trying to secure some more plates for the guys. We raised some money for a Toonie Tuesday fundraiser, which was about $4,000. 3 of the radios were donated, 2 of them were bought by somebody who had surplus, from somebody who had surplus, and I bought the plates. That I just went in the shop and basically bought what they had, and the helmets as well, and it did come. The helmets was like 340 quid a piece or something like that, pounds. So yeah, if anybody can donate anything, I'll post the links at the bottom, just to get the guys, the rest of the guys in the units and plates, because I am going to another part of Ukraine. Yeah, sorry, I've had a really bad food poisoning the last couple of days, as many of you know. I don't know what happened, like, but I ate some food in the village. Everyone else is fine, apart from me. But I ate some food in the village that I must admit I probably shouldn't have ate, but I've never had a problem before. You know, I do live there when I'm working and stuff, and I come down with some really, really, really bad food poisoning. I mean, like, I was violently ill, and you know when you close your eyes and you try to sleep it off, but your head's spinning. Yeah, it was like that. So I couldn't even sleep it off. I had to just really bear it and try and drink as much water as possible. And when I was drinking, I finished my water. I had no water, and the only thing left was like a bottle of Coke, and I had the Coke. It made me feel even worse. And then I'm googling it, saying avoid caffeine, avoid fizzy drinks, you know, carbonated drinks and stuff. So it's probably the worst thing I could have had. So I just kicked it off all again. But thankfully I'm alright. I am alright. So today I've had a meeting with UDA Command, and just to basically get an update what's going to happen with them guys, and you know, moving forward. This is a new unit, by the way, which has been formed to tackle the Shaheeds. It's actually a part of the unit as well. But I am going to be doing my sapper work, obviously, as the year goes on, because I do feel like, you know, that is a strong point for me, and it's pretty much what I want to do as well. But yeah, it's just a video basically, just to give you a bit of an update and tell you a bit about how I live my life, which it's not easy, you know. It's really hard actually. I know I've had a lot of messages lately. It's one thing I wanted to address as well. I've had a lot of messages lately of people who want to come and demine in Ukraine. Now, unfortunately, it's very difficult. It's extremely difficult, and there's a woman who messaged me. I assume she watches my channel, but she wanted to come out and learn demining in 10 days. Like, you won't learn this in 10 days. Even I went to study in the Balkans, and what I learn now, I didn't learn in the Balkans. You know, it takes a long time and a lot of experience. It's not just something you can just come and do 2 weeks of and go off and do it yourself. You know, it's an extremely dangerous job. It's probably one of the most dangerous jobs in Ukraine. You know, on average, 2 sappers die every day or get injured in Ukraine. So yeah, so it's very difficult, and it's hard for foreigners to do that. I mean, there's only actually, I can probably count on one hand how many foreigners are actually here doing the job. I can probably count on just a couple of fingers. There's not many of us at all, actually. So yeah, and that's because it's so hard, you know, and I'm lucky because I do have a good experienced team around me. The work doesn't always look as safe as it on camera, but I can assure you that I have my own personal standards that I adhere to myself. Yeah. So yeah, which are high, by the way. You know, and that's the reason why I'm still here. And I'm good at my job. I like to think so anyway. But yeah, so I just want to thank everyone for the support. I do have a lot of more miles to drive, so if anybody wants to buy me a coffee or put some diesel in the tank, I'll put the links in the video description. I really appreciate that, and yeah, thanks for supporting us. Thanks to Callum in Australia, who he called me the other day. He's a friend of mine off YouTube, and he really picked me up the other day. You know, I wasn't feeling too good, and he gave me a bit of a pep talk about my health and stuff. So thank you, Callum. Appreciate that. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you're still here at 11 minutes, thank you. I really appreciate all your help. I'm very grateful to absolutely every single one of you. And if I don't always message you back, like I know some of you donate through PayPal, and I do try and say thank you as much as I can. Just remember that I'm probably driving 1,000 miles, or just something, you know. Another thing as well, when I'm demining and stuff, I don't always have my phone in my pocket because some of the mines react to metal. So yeah, so we can't always have a phone, and sometimes like the other day when we was demining, there were shells landing within a kilometre of us. So you'll see that on some of the videos that I will edit and upload when I do get some time. But thank you, and thanks for supporting Ukraine and UDA. It really does mean the world to all of us, because remember, UDA is a volunteer resistance in Ukraine, and they don't get a salary, and this stuff that we got them today, that means everything to them, you know. The money I spent today is about 7-8 guys put together salary for the month, just on some plates and helmets. So as you can imagine, it's really well received, and that award's dedicated to obviously you guys as well. I also got a flag, which was signed by my commander, to give to Sam, who runs one of the fundraisers on Twitter, which helped us out, and I'm going to give that to Sam as a thank you, because Sam doesn't really get much in return for his services, really, and he works really hard from England. So, you know, it's nice to show some appreciation for that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, thank you.